In the wake of Donald Trump's completely depraved and deplorable maskless stunt at the White House Monday evening after leaving the hospital with coronavirus, Jack Holmes wrote a very good piece in Esquire about really what is the urgent decline of America and the pressing imperative to remove Donald Trump. And he really hits many important points that I want to talk about. Jack writes in his piece, quote, "We have been heading down this road to ruin for some time now, but the end stages are somehow uglier and more empty than seemed possible." And he adds that, quote, "If you were looking for a portrait of an American empire in decline, it arrived Monday evening when Donald J. Trump, in the thick of a bout with COVID-19, checked himself out of the hospital at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center and was flown back to the White House on Marine One," going on to say that, quote, "He climbed the curved staircase, reached the balcony, and removed his mask in what appeared to be a gesture of defiance." Of what? The media? The deep state scientists? Reality itself? It was not immediately clear, but that trademark pout was unmistakable. This was authoritarian chic. The president was looking at something very strongly, that's for sure, though it will not be an ounce of humility or growth as a human being after he was struck by the very disease he so long downplayed and ignored at the cost of so many American lives. And this article, which I would encourage you to read, outlines the mockery that Donald Trump has made of personal responsibility and how actions have consequences, the excesses of empire, the delusions of grandeur. But I'd go even further. Donald Trump has completely undermined the executive branch of the United States. He's undermined the Justice Department. He's undermined science and education and the people of America and common sense. He's undermined and really eliminated the status of the United States as a worthy participant in the experiment of humans on planet Earth. That is the degree to which this man has debased Homo sapiens on this planet. We are now a joke. And we are pitied by the world now. It's not, for a while they were merely laughing. When I now hear from our friends in other countries, they are scared for us and for themselves, and they pity us. And we are the danger. Corrupt leaders the world over are enjoying the catastrophe that is the world under Trump, while our historical allies in Western democracies are horrified. And they're desperate for a change, for a return to normalcy. And part of the problem, part of this rapid decline has to be accounted for in the more than 60 million who voted for Trump in 2016 and the likely more than 60 million that will vote for him again this November. So we often talk about Trump. The people under Trump, the people who work for Trump, the Kayleigh McEnany's and the Sean Spicers, they deserve to never work again because of what they've participated in. But what about the 60 million Trumpists that are part of this debasement? What happened to supposed Christian values on the Republican side? I guess it was just BS. They were blowing smoke. Can't Republicans see a man who is lying to them all the time for his own purposes as not in line with what they claim to be about? Do they see it and not care? Is there that much cognitive dissonance taking place? Consider how absurd the hospital stunt was. Notice that Trump came home from the hospital with the orange face after having the white face for a few days while at the hospital because he wasn't getting the makeup. Contagious with COVID. Trump had his makeup done by someone at the hospital. The micro is pathetic and the macro is simply dystopian. How much more of this can we take? Unfortunately, the right seems more than willing to take much more of it. I spotted this comment on a right-wing enclave on the internet reacting to the Trump photo op propaganda video when he came back from the hospital. They said, quote, "People on the left are going to lose their minds. This is going to be so fun to watch." That is emblematic of what we are fighting right now. It's not about conservative values. If you actually look, you don't have to agree with them. But if you just find sort of like a normal traditional conservative, they have essentially nothing in common with Donald Trump. This isn't about economic policy. This isn't about social policy. It's about angering the left. As they said, the left is going to lose their minds over Trump flying back from Walter Reed in a helicopter. They want to own the libs, trigger the left, as they like to say. So Democrats must win in a landslide this November if we are to avoid a chance of another 4 years of this. And probably Democrats need to win in a landslide. I hate to say this, but to avoid the violence I fear we will see if it's close and Trump says it was rigged and I really won, we need a landslide to avoid the violence as well. The window of opportunity is closing here. We are now just, 27 days to go as of today, barely to 26 and a half days. The window is closing and we have a real opportunity here. And fortunately, Joe Biden is actually starting to help his own cause. And I want to talk about that next. Today, one of our sponsors is Surfshark, which is a premium VPN service. They're giving my audience 83% off a 2-year plan, plus 3 extra months for free, coming out in total to about $2 a month. It's 2020. If you're not already using a VPN, now is the time to start. VPNs hide your IP address online, protects you from government surveillance. Big tech companies can't track you online. And internet service providers won't be able to log and sell your internet history. Surfshark is the VPN I trust because they don't monitor or log your internet activity like many other VPNs do. It encrypts your data. You can install it on unlimited devices. It can block ads, protect you from malware and phishing. And it even lets you stream TV shows and movies that are only available in other countries. Surfshark is giving my audience 83% off a 2-year plan plus 3 extra months free. So that comes out to just about $2 a month, which is almost nothing relative to the peace of mind you will have while browsing online. Just go to surfshark.deals/Pakman. I've put the link underneath this video and make sure to use the coupon code Pakman.